Good morning and welcome to the Crawford County Board of Commissioners meeting for December 23rd, 2020. If you're online, I ask you to mute your phones to make sure that we have no feedback. We'll have you unmute when it's your turn to speak. We'll start the meeting with a Pledge of Allegiance by Francis Wiederspan.
It's all right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Francis.
You're welcome, sir.
I need approval of minutes from the meeting on December 9th, 2020.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
I need approval of minutes from the work session on December 16th, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Saw.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes. I need to approve the payment of bills in the amount of $2,067,231.54 for the period ending December 22nd, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
There were no executive sessions. Anyone, Terry, for public comment?
None.
Thank you. Crawford County Regional Airport Authority.
Yes.
We're ready for you. Go ahead, sir.
This is Chris Junker. Any questions or comments regarding the appointments? Please proceed.
Any questions?
No question.
No. Chris, these are effective January 1, 2021 through 12/31/2022?
Correct.
Okay. I would make a motion then that we reappoint the following board members to the Crawford County Regional Airport Authority, those members being John Alexander, Christopher Junker, and Robert Sheets for the 2-year terms as we indicated.
I will second that.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Thank you. County Recycling.
Good morning, this is Brenda Schmidt.
Morning,
Morning,
Brenda.
Brenda.
We are seeking approval from the commissioners to apply for a 901 planning grant from the DEP to cover expenses of the project. The estimated cost of the plan is $85,000 to $90,000, and the grant covers 80% of approved expenses.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
It's properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Saw.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you so much for pointing out here that I did not write the second part of my post here correctly. Amos Spatafore isn't retiring, he just resigned from our board. So thank you for that.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Brenda.
Thanks, Brenda.
And just a thank you to Emil for having served as the solicitor for the Solid Waste Authority for a number of years. I think he did a great job, and look forward to the new person, of course, but Emil's dedication to that will be missed. So just wanted to publicly thank him.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely.
And thank you for doing that. Over 30 years.
30
We're going to
years.
miss him.
Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you.
Domestic Relations.
Good morning, this is Carla Smith.
Morning, Carla.
Morning, Carla.
Requesting to ratify the lease agreement with North Star Rentals. Cost of the county is $0 because we use our Title 4D incentive funds to pay that.
So moved.
I'll second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion?
Yeah, does this have an out clause for other than just lack of funds? Like a 30 or 60 day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we added an out clause. It's on a yearly basis, up to December 31st of 2025 with a 180-day written notice, because that is the requirement that I have to have, per the Bureau of Child Support Enforcement.
Okay, thanks, Carla. I have no other questions.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Thank you, Carla. Assessment Office. Anybody from assessment there? All right, we'll come back. Oh, there you are,
There it
Joe.
is, Joe.
Commissioners, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay, very good. Yes, I come before you to ask for approval of an invoice for the Board of Assessment revision usage of the firm San Martino, Stout, and LaPresti for appraisal consulting services for the period of September 1st, 2020 to August 31, 2021. This amounted to 17 appraisal reviews for an amount of $6,250 for consulting culminating on October 23rd, 2020, less the $3,000 retainer previously paid. This invoice, RCC 20-21B, is for the remaining amount owed, $3,250.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly with a second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sock,
Aye.
Wiederspin,
Yes,
Henry.
Yes. Thank you, Joe.
thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks, Joe.
Pathonetary.
Good morning, Emmy Arnett, Crawford County Personatary. I'm
Good morning.
asking for the approval of the annual solicitor fee for 2020 for $4,500 to be made payable to Emil Spatafor.
So moved.
Second,
Properly with a second, any discussion? Roll call.
Wiederspin,
yes,
Henry.
Yes.
Sock,
Aye.
Thank you.
thanks.
JPO?
Hi, good morning. This is Holly Varndell from Juvenile Probation. I'm asking to
Holly.
ratify, good morning. I'm asking to ratify the Juvenile Probation Services Grant for a time period from July 1 of 2020 to June 30th of 2021 in the amount of $118,070. This is from the Juvenile Court Judges Commission. This assists with our juvenile justice system enhancement strategy. It helps offset salaries for probation officers, training, drug testing, graduated response, and other evidence-based practices that we use.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly with a second with some discussion.
Well, I apologize, I'm just looking now at the dates, but is this the annual grant and aid that we've talked about in years past?
It is.
So I thought we had to have this done by December 31st, which would that mean it would be for a January 1 start date or a June, I guess a July 1st start date, but wouldn't that start date be July 2021 instead of July 1st, 2020?
No, because this this comes back in this past year. The grant and aid gets submitted in the beginning of normally around April, and then this money comes in kind of behind. It's kind of delayed, and it'll restart again for next year on that fiscal year.
So we're actually
So-
getting paid back for the end of 2020 plus prospectively for the first 6 months of 2021.
That is correct.
Okay. Thanks, Holly.
Yeah.
Any-
Thank you.
any other
Have a good
discussion?
holiday.
Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Sock,
Aye.
Wiederspin.
Yes,
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
Crawford County Correctional Facility.
Good morning, this is Warden Greenfield.
morning,
Morning,
Jack.
Morning,
Jack.
Jack.
I'm seeking ratification of the purchase of 5 replacement TVs for broken and malfunctioning inmate TVs. The cost is $1,015.97. Funding for these TVs will be from the commissary fund at no cost to the county.
So moved.
Second,
Properly with a second, any discussion? Roll call.
Sock,
Aye.
Wiederspin,
yes,
Henry.
Yes. Go ahead, Jack.
Okay, I'm seeking to ratify the purchase of safety glass to replace a window broken by an inmate at the cost of $580. The inmate will also be charged restitution if he ever has the money.
okay, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly with a second, any discussion? Roll call.
Wiederspin,
Yes,
Henry.
Yes.
Sock,
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Crawford County Care Center.
Good morning, this is Administrator Tanya Moyer.
morning,
Morning,
Tanya.
I'd like to request to ratify the contract rate with Veterans Administration for the time period 12/1/2020 to 11/30/2021.
So moved.
Second,
Properly with a second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Sock,
Aye.
Wiederspin.
yes,
And I'd like to request to approve the lease agreement with our Pitney Bowes machine for a term of 63 months at the rate of $166.35, billed quarterly.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Saul,
Aye.
Wiederspin,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tanya.
Thank
Courts.
you.
Good morning, Heidi Scheiderle here for
Morning,
the
Heidi.
courts.
Heidi.
Morning.
Good morning. First, we're seeking approval for a 3-year lease agreement with the city of Meadville for the MDJ Meadville office that begins immediately, ends December 31st of 2023. This lease provides for a catch-up increase of 4% in year 1, followed by 2% in the following years. There is an additional rent fee for utilities and maintenance that's calculated on a pro rata share based on square footage.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wiederspin,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Saul,
Aye.
Next, we're seeking approval of a 5-year contract with Thomson Reuters for library print materials at a cost of $69.76 a month for the first year with 3% annual increases.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Saul,
Aye.
Wiederspin.
Yes.
And next, we're seeking approval for a 5-year contract with Thomson Reuters for other library print materials. This one at a cost of $2,713.36 a month in year 1 with 3% annual increases.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Saul,
Aye.
Wiederspin,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes. Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you.
IT?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Morning,
Tim.
Tim.
IT is requesting to ratify the purchase of Oracle services from USIT for $11,550.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wiederspin,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Saul,
Aye.
We'd like to ratify the purchase of the Core Technologies program from CCAP for $1,500.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Saul,
Aye.
Wiederspin.
Yes.
Thank you. We'd like to ratify the purchase of VMware Update Services from Candoras for $6,720.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Saul,
Aye.
Wiederspin,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
IT would like to ratify the purchase of the VMware Host Server from Dell EMC for $15,082.32.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wiederspin,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Saul,
Aye.
And finally, we'd like to ratify the purchase of a microphone and volume controller for the assembly room from Smart Solutions for $1,555.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Saul,
Aye.
Wiederspin.
Yes.
Thank you, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
Public safety, Mr. Beveridge?
Good morning, everybody.
Morning,
Morning,
Greg.
Greg.
I'd like to have the approval to renew a maintenance agreement with InSync Systems for the CAD link for our records management program at a cost of $1,199. It's coming from the 911 wireless funds.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Saul,
Aye.
Wiederspin,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
We'd also like to have the approval to purchase and install a NUC CAD display terminal for projection of our automatic vehicle location components on the 911 center at a cost of $815. This will be performed by Mobilecom. Sorry that wasn't on there. Our interconnectivity funds will pay for that project.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wiederspin,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Saul,
Aye.
If you still have item C on there, I believe it's going to be handled by Mark Phelan, so we're going to
Okay.
drop down to D. We'd like to approve the one-time purchase of a Veriauto cerebral license for the public safety CAD terminals, payable to L County in the amount of $789.17. Our interconnectivity monies will be used for that.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Saul,
Aye.
Wiederspin.
Yes.
Okay, we request approval to purchase 2 command post PSAPs from CenturyLink at a cost of $39,494.52 for the backup site.
This will be paid for with our funds from the 2020 interconnectivity funds and some 911 legacy funds.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Probably moving second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
And finally, along with that, to approve the annual maintenance agreement for those PSAPs at a cost of $6,613.15 annually for 3 years.
So moved.
Second.
That's probably moving second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Saw.
Aye.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
County maintenance?
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Morning,
Mark.
I'm asking approval today to pay an invoice for Scobell Company to install a thermostat at the Old Quality Living Center for $1,860. This is not a budgeted item.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Henry.
Yes.
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
I'm asking approval to pay an invoice for Tower Engineering. This is for professional fees to do the study on the HVA system of the courthouse for $5,580. This is not a budgeted item.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
I'm asking approval to pay an invoice for Tower Engineering. This is for professional fees for the structural engineering review of the roof of the courthouse for $2,400. This is not a budgeted item.
So moved.
Second.
All those, I'm sorry, motion and second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed?
Mixed it up.
Yeah, I want to scare up a little bit there.
Wow.
Go ahead.
He's staying if you're on your toes,
Weiderspan,
Dave. Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw.
Aye.
You didn't like that. I was gonna change it on you once. Boy,
I knew you messed up, but.
Go ahead, thank you.
But she's not saying anything.
We're good, Mark. We're okay here still.
Sorry about that, Mark.
That's okay. I'm asking to ratify the approval to pay an invoice for Teleno Tree Service for the removal of a tree on bridge number 6 on Center Street in Conneeville. This is for $2,400. It'll be paid for with liquid fuels monies. This is not a budgeted item.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Henry.
Yes.
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
I'm asking approval, pay shingle decker welding for repairs made on Center Street Bridge, number 6 in Conneeville, due to the tree falling on it for $5,427.10. This will also be paid for with liquid fuels money and is not a budgeted item.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Asking approval to purchase materials to remodel the first aid building at the fairgrounds so it can be used as a backup site for the 911 center. $7,138.91 for materials from Ace Contractors, and hiring Carl Mallard to do the upgrade for the electrical work for $3,495. That'll be for a total of $10,633.91.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw.
Aye.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Crawford County Planning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Zach here.
Morning,
Morning,
Zach.
Zach.
First item this morning, we'd like to ratify the 2021 license renewal invoice from Eagle View Pictometry in the amount of $3,300. This is a budgeted item that is covered by multiple departments.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Henry.
Yes.
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Next, we'd like to ratify the 2021 license renewal invoice from Esri for ArcGIS services in the amount of $26,281. This again is a budgeted expense and is covered by multiple departments.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Next, we're requesting approval of resolutions appointing Catherine Wickard and Daniel Arnett to the Crawford County Planning Commission to serve 4-year terms starting January 1st, 2021 and ending December 31st, 2024.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly moving second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff.
Aye.
Next is requesting a ratification of the proclamation acknowledging Mark Nickerson of Blooming Valley's years of service on the Crawford County Planning Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved second. Any discussion?
I would just take an opportunity to thank Mark for all the time and talent and energy he put in to the Crawford County Planning Commission. He was definitely an asset to that group. His presence will be missed there, and wish him the best.
Would you like to read the proclamation?
I would be honored
That'd
to
be
read.
great.
Thanks.
And on behalf of the county, the planning office, and the commissioners, we'll eventually present Mark with this proclamation, but it's an honor for me to read it at this time. And it says, whereas established in 1963, the Crawford County Planning Commission performed the duties set forth in the county code to prepare and shape the future of Crawford County. And whereas Mark Nickerson of the Borough of Blooming Valley was appointed to the Planning Commission in 1993, and whereas Mr. Nickerson has dedicated over 28 years of his life to serving the citizens of Crawford County through his time and talent on the Planning Commission. During this time on the Crawford County Planning Commission, Mr. Nickerson has assisted with the development and approval of 2 countywide comprehensive plans, multiple local municipal planning efforts, numerous development regulations, and guidance to municipal officials and staff as they attempt to address the challenges facing their communities. And during this time, the Crawford County Planning Commission and Office has provided assistance to the Board of Commissioners on various county-related projects that would not have been completed without his and the Commission's aid. And whereas Mr. Nickerson has assisted local municipal officials to obtain key resources to address critical infrastructure needs in their communities through grant funding provided by local, state, and federal agencies. And whereas Mr. Nickerson has provided guidance to the professional staff of the Crawford County Planning Office through his service as chairman of the commission, chairman of the Personnel Committee. And whereas Mr. Nickerson has chosen to not seek reappointment following his most recent 2017 appointment, we recognize the valuable contributions and outstanding career as a volunteer made by Mr. Mark Nickerson during his time on the Crawford County Planning Commission, and extend our heartfelt thanks for his commitment to public service over his term on the Planning Commission. And whereas the Board of Commissioners of Crawford County, Pennsylvania, to demonstrate our gratitude for his service and commitment, designated December 21st, 2020 in Crawford County, Pennsylvania as Mark Nickerson Day in honor of service to his fellow citizens. Therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the undersigned Commissioners of Crawford County, do hereby designate December 21st, 2020 as Mark Nickerson Day in Crawford County, and is signed by the Board of Commissioners. So Mark, again, personally and professionally, thank you for everything that you have done for our county.
Yep, thank you, Mark. I would say the same thing. Thank you, Commissioner Soft, for reading that proclamation and giving you all the warning I did before you had to read it. Mark also serves on the Township and Borough Associations, not only on the county level, but on the state level at times too. And I enjoy reading some of the discussions and articles he's posted throughout the time he's been there, so I do appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Okay, any other discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Next item is to ratify a cooperation agreement with Vernon Township to assist in managing their small business assistance grant program made available through their community development block grant program.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Goff.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Next is to ratify a cooperation agreement with the city of Titusville to assist in their managing their small business assistance grant program made available through their community development block grant funding.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff.
Aye.
Next item is to ratify an invoice from the Meadville Tribune for $328.50 for a public advertisement associated with the Lionsville Community Development Block Grant Waterline Replacement Project. This invoice is being covered under the CDBG program.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
And the final item today is to approve a payment to Fairfield Township for a Lauderbaugh Road Culvert Project in the amount of $17,670.34. This is paid for with Act 13 funding, and I'm going to request that we approve this contingent upon receiving final documentation from the township.
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes. Thank you, Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Zachary.
Human Services.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Morning,
Gail.
I'm going to be presenting in a different order so that it will allow for all of the retained revenue addendums to be presented together.
Okay.
So the first item I have is the Northwest Behavioral Health Partnership contract for administrative services beginning January 1st of 2021 and running through 12/31 of 2023. This is for administrative oversight and consultation of the Health Choices programs. And each year we will receive an additional 3%. And they will also send us the flow-through monies for the CFST funding.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw,
Aye.
Next is a purchase requisition to Bethesda Lutheran Services for their therapeutic summer program transportation. These funds are paid with Systems of Care dollars at $2,757.41 with no cost to the county.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
A purchase requisition to Crawford Central School District for their second step social emotional curriculum, all paid with Systems of Care funds in the amount of $3,567 with no cost to the county.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Yes.
A purchase requisition to Dell for a computer for a member of our fiscal staff. Cost to the county is $42.09.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw,
Aye.
A CYS JPO 2021 contract amendment with Bethesda Lutheran Services. Due to their client population changes, they've moved some of their locations, but the rates remain the same. And this is for 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
The 2021 mental health contract amendment with Mercer County Behavioral Health Commission. They were previously doing our mental health crisis intervention, and we've added delegate services to that contract. There was no contract maximum change. We're just moving the money between those two categories.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
A 2021 professional contract with Titusville Area Hospital for mobile psych nursing, wellness visits, training, and various levels of therapy and assessments, and also for retained revenue for 4 laptops.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry. Yes.
Saw,
Aye.
And the next 14 items were discussed at work session. These are addendums for retained revenue from 1920. I'll just list the providers. To our invoices to AT&T Mobility, CDWG of LLC, Child to Family Connections, Crawford County Mental Health Awareness Program, Erie Homes for Children and Adults supports the ARC of Crawford County, Touchstone Solutions, United Community Independence Programs, Bologna Industries, Crawford County Drug and Alcohol Executive Commission, Center for Family Services, Hand in Hand Christian Counseling, and the YWCA. And the cost to the county for these is $6,641.72.
So moved.
I'll second.
Some discussion?
No, the very last one is YWCA.
It's the YWCA?
Right, which is what Gail said. I just wanted to make sure we're aware of that.
Okay. Okay, properly moved in second. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Saw,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Thank you, Gail.
Thanks, Gail.
Thank you.
Finance.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Stephanie.
For approval, I have invoices totaling $181,646.34. These were detailed at the work session last Wednesday.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Goff,
Aye.
And for ratification, I have invoices totaling $1,725. These were also detailed at last Wednesday's work session.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry,
Yes.
Goff,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you.
All right, commissioners?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Terry.
Morning, Terry.
The first item is approval to eliminate the following position, Chief Deputy Passport Manager.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Goff,
Aye.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Second item is approval to eliminate the following position, Passport Application Acceptance Program Manager.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved second. Any discussion? Roll call.
With Weiderspan.
Yeah.
Took me off guard there. Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff.
Aye.
Okay. The updates, so you know, the work sessions, of course, coming up, we have courthouse is closed on the 25th and 28th for Christmas. And then December 31st, we'll have the budget approval meeting, which is a Thursday, and I think we said 2 p.m.?
2 or 2:30.
2:30 p.m. We're closed on, I think it's 2:30? 2:30. Closed on January 1st, then the upcoming work session will be January 6th, and the next full meeting will be January 13th, and I think we'll be in the same kind of format regardless. So with that being said, we'll talk about commissioner comments. Commissioner Weiderspan.
What, do you think we have some
Oh.
requests?
Commissioners, one question, Mr.
Oh,
Chairman.
sorry.
We discussed the tax rate resolution at the
Oh.
work session, but it didn't make it over to this agenda. Do you want me to cover that now?
Yes, let's do that, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank
I'm
you.
sorry, Keith, thank you for catching that.
Yes. Every year at budget time, the commissioners have to pass a resolution to establish the tax rate for the upcoming year. This year's resolution provides for a total tax millage of 21.85 mils. The breakdown on that, by the way, that is the same as last year. The breakdown on that is 20.25 mils for the general fund, 0.9 mils restricted for payment of interest and principal that was incurred for the construction of the judicial center, and 0.7 mils for the funding of county libraries. And also, the per capita tax of $5 would be reenacted without change.
Great.
You're looking for a motion to approve that resolution?
Correct.
I will make that motion.
I will second.
Properly moved second, any discussion? Roll call.
Henry,
Yes.
Goff,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Keith,
Thanks,
for catching
Steve. I
that.
think we have a request for new hires.
Oh, we do have that too, yeah. We catching that too, I was on it. Okay,
Merry Christmas.
get in trouble for that. Okay, we have new hires, paperwork in our packets for the salary board. Need approval for that?
I'll make a motion to accept those.
Second.
Properly moved second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Goff.
Aye.
Okay, now we'll try commissioner comments. Commissioner Weiderspan.
Yeah, I have a couple of them. First off, Dean Maynard, the president of the Fair Board, asked me to mention that their recommendations for the Fair Board directors, they're putting forth the names of Jeff Dahl for the east section of the county and George Deschner for the central section. So he asked me to bring that forward so that we could vote on it at a future meeting. So Keith, you can correct me if I'm wrong, since we brought it up here, we could vote on it in that meeting at the 31st.
Yeah, yep.
So I would ask that we would do that the 31st
Okay.
meeting. Next thing, I'd just like to wish everyone Merry Christmas and certainly a better and happier 2021 than what 2020 has been in a lot of ways. And the third one, I might need some help to get through this. I'd like to pass my condolences to the Steve Scott family. Steve had been a member of this community for most of his life. He served in Crawford County in the maintenance department for over 40 years and over 30 years as the beloved coach of the Sagertown girls basketball team. A great member of the community, a friend to any and all who knew him, so I would just pass on those condolences from the commissioners, myself, and the entire community. Thank you.
Francis. That was wonderful. Commissioner Saul.
Obviously, I echo Francis's thoughts on Steve. I will tell you what made Steve stand out in my mind was whenever you asked him to do something or asked him to look into something, he did it. No fanfare, no questions, no arguments. He did his job admirably all the time. And in the 5 years that I've been a commissioner, I can't tell you how honored I was to work with him, and to his family, know that we are grieving as you are. We loved him as much as you did. On another note, I will, sorry to make this turn, but I wanted to give a thank you to Becky Little. Becky is retiring as our Director of Voter Services after 3 years, and she has just done great things for that office. She's provided wonderful service to the citizens of Crawford County, and I will miss her being in that office, and hope that, I know she's planning to spend a lot of time with family, but hope that she finds some time to come back and visit us. So again, Becky, thank you for all that you have done for the county and for the citizens. And as we know, Christmas is coming up, as is New Year's, so please, folks, be careful, be smart. Just wish you a safe and blessed holidays. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you. And I would just echo about Steve Scott. I knew him from the public safety side. He also, people may not realize this, he also was a Sagertown fireman and a life member. And as a paramedic for 30 years of my life, I've interacted with Steve on many calls, and always very helpful, always just a great guy and a great resource to have on those calls. I would say, as I told someone yesterday or the day before, if Sagertown had a Mount Rushmore, I think Steve would have one of those spots on Mount Rushmore without a doubt. So certainly sorry for his family and the loss. It's a huge loss for us and the county, and I think that all of us can maybe remember Steve in our own way, and I think that's the best way we can honor him, from here on out. The other thing I'd like to say is there was a discussion about the National Guard at our care center, and I'm a social media guy, so I read a lot of comments, and there was a discussion about whether or not the National Guard was a serious position we took for the assistance. What did that mean? Was there military vehicles? I told Francis, people assumed there would be like striker units and things. I just want to clarify a few things. They're personnel. There are 11 or 12 people in the National Guard, anywhere from a nurse to a medic, to staff to help with maintenance and cleaning. And I can tell you one thing from our executive director, or our director out there, Tanya Moyer, they have been a godsend to us. They have given our people a break. They've had the opportunity to fill in when needed. We're not the only nursing home that has used National Guard, and I'm going to stress that we're probably not the only nursing home that will have to use the National Guard. Today was a sad day in Crawford County. We reached over 100 COVID deaths. And that time frame, it's over 100 since the 28th of October. And a lot of people don't understand when they hear about COVID deaths, they make a lot of rumors and discussions about how hospitals and nursing homes make more money from them. It's just not true. Our coroner is very open and honest, and we'll talk to you about what makes a COVID death a COVID death. But in the end result, my day usually starts every morning with a phone call from 1 or 2 nursing homes. I'm just going to tell you folks that these are difficult calls. These nursing homes are in bad shape. They are doing everything they can to get through this process. Every nursing home in Crawford County is struggling. So no matter what you feel about COVID or how you feel about COVID, these folks need our thoughts, they need our prayers, and they need our support. This is not going to be easy over the next couple of weeks. As Commissioner Soft said, please be safe and be cautious. These people are the front line. These people are the ones who are dealing with this. I can't imagine what they go through every day or what they see. I can only tell you what I hear, and it's very sad. It's difficult calls for me to take. But we will do everything we can as commissioners and a county to support them. We'll continue to do that. But please understand that for the care center and all the other nursing homes in Crawford County, this is a very serious time for all of us. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a great holiday, and I would look for a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
We are adjourned.